I've got a sudden urge to get my colouring pencils out and start colouring all this in. Hey yo, it's 2014models.co.uk. Welcome to part 21 of the Takom Chieftain Part 10 thing with the stuff. And look at the length of that boomstick! That's my face! So, this episode is going to be all about sticking all the ancillary bits on, like all this and stuff like that, and getting all that preparated and thrown on and stuff like that. And it's very, 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 very important at this stage. Slow down. Because you'll find that you want to just get it done and get it finished, and everything's all like this, and you've got to wait for bits to dry and stuff like that, and you'll rush things and you'll make mistakes. Slow down. Breathe. It's okay. It's at this point that I tend to start making another project. Like this kind of thing, yeah, or something like that. And there was a figure that I started working on at the time. That's actually during the sea sprite build, that one. That's just to help me refocus, because I'm about to do some decals on that, which will help me focus and concentrate. Not cocus and concentrate on the decals for the sea sprite. So it just reins you back in a little bit, so you don't rush. It slows you down and it makes you refocus. And it's fine. It's very important to do these things. Very important. So that's mostly what this episode's about. Sit back, relax, enjoy, and helps to press the record button, doesn't it? Yeah. Right, so whilst we're waiting for the periscopes to dry, I'm going to add the baskets on now. We're almost there. We are almost there. Right, so very, very, very gently, because these are spindly as hell. Flimsy as fook. Touch of tummy extra thin there. Tiny little touch of extra thin there. Tiny little touch of extra thin there. A little wiggle. And then one last touch. Right there. A little wiggle. Just hold that. Keeping my fingers well out of the way. I just have quite nosy where that's going. Got a couple of spots right underneath. A little touch right under there. Oops, glasses on the camera stand. Super. Little touch there. A little touch right there. Give that a squish. And a little touch just there. Grandly. Grandly. And that should take in a second or two. There we go. Done. Breathe. Breathe, lad, breathe. Right, I'm going to pop that out of the way. Nice and safe. He says looking for somewhere nice and safe. Nice. Okay, doc. Right. Put the lid back on the paint for the time being. And then figure out where these baskets go now. There's one. That fits snug enough, I could actually leave that without gluing it. That isn't though. Not handily. There's a couple of spots around underneath that I can glue into. Just there. Throw some extra cement, extra thin cement in there. God, don't make me look a proper Charlie. I can manage that on my own. Got you. No, I didn't. Right, I'll do it the old way. Blob there. Blob there. Chuck you in. Give you a wiggle. I got you. Magic. That's a super snug fit. Super snug. So is that one? No, it's not. Right, so blob there, blob there. Got you. Ooh. I nearly dropped him. Does that sit high? It sits high. Right, that's okay. Right, for a second then that didn't make sense. It's fine, it does now. It's okay. I shall breathe. Extra thin there. Extra thin there. You notice I've left the back box off for the time being whilst I'm lumping it around. So I'm going to let all that dry first before I stick the back boxes on. And the very, very last thing to go on will be the plates. The skirts. I keep calling them plates. Why? Why, Obama? Why? Right, just before I start all that nonsense with the skirts and the stuff and the doodad and the other stuff I need to do, I'm just going to, with the Rebel steel colour we used to just give these tracks a highlight, just going to add a tiny little bit to the brush, tiny little brush, take most of it back off again, so it's kind of like a dry brushing but in really, really small detail. I'm just going to catch these teeth a little bit, I think. If we could get some paint on the brush, that would be lovely. There we go. Just expose the teeth a little bit. Probably not so much as that. Just to imply that they're in use. Yeah, don't be afraid, get your finger in there if you need to. There's an actress and a vicar joking there somewhere. I'm not going to do it. I'm tempted to, but I'm not going to. Just add a few scuffs here and there with the silver. Again, nothing huge. Whoops, he says. Doing a huge thing. Just wet my finger and try to take care of that. There we go. That's fine. I made a mistake, that was it. Right, so that's taken care of. Lovely. It's at this stage of the build where you're just waiting for things to dry and do the thing now. And it's the most frustrating part of the build. I know it needs to be done, but I can't do it yet. This is where you'll make your mistakes, because you're trying to rush it and finish it, and patience. Use your patience. At this stage, if you need to, start a new project. Yeah. Right, my snagging list is getting a little bit longer now. I've forgotten about the machine guns, and I kind of remembered about the headlamp guards. Not a problem. What I had forgotten about is these tiny little headlamps for the headlamps. Don't look at me like that. We've got a couple of these things as well. We've got the yellow hazard flashlight type thing with a couple of huge gates on it again, which I'm not very happy about, to be honest. They're going to be a pain in the bum. We've got the spotlight for the commander's coupler, which will go inside this fella here. Did I mention the GPMG? Still got to paint that and attach it. Now the problem I'm going to have then is transportation, because this will be going back to Stoke at some point, so I'm not going to be able to add antennae because they'll break. Simple as that. And the other thing I'm not going to be able to do is, I just talked about a minute ago, that hazard flashy indicator, flashy thing that goes on the turret, is this piece here. Now, again, we've got a massive huge gate on a flimsy part, so I'm a little bit about that, so I'll prep it anyway. We may end up having to replace this part at some point. I don't know. I'm very tempted to just say, do you know what, I've done with that, and add some metal pin or something like that instead. I don't know. I've got that decision to make. We'll see how much butchery we can do. Ooh, gee. Got these things here that go at the front of the skirts, which is, try and handle this without knocking anything off. Just in there between the two wheels you should be able to see a little hole. That's where those two will go. I've forgotten all about those completely. And we've got this fella here that goes above, I can't touch the turret, actually got stuff drying on it. It goes there on the turret. So I think that's the gunner scope, the gunner sight, where the gunner sits, loader, gunner. Yeah, anyway, so that will go on there. Now, one thing I've just noticed, having a quick play with the periscope, lovely and tight. On there, I haven't had a play with the rest of them yet. Just like I say, it's all drying, but hopefully, if I clip M9 away, this is for the driver. Hopefully Barry's sight is going to sit nice and tight as well, so I don't have to use too much glue. Oops. Yeah, let's knock everything over, Tony. That would be lovely. So if I can just plonk that there, and hopefully that's going to be quite a tight fit. That's a decent fit. That's a decent fit. That's not going to fall out, so I can add Barry's cover as well when I find it, because I've put that down somewhere. Shh, don't tell. So Ooh, that's the other thing I need to do as well. We've got the mirror. Yeah, with those ridiculous gates just there, so I'm going to have to be extra super careful with those. Extra super careful. Yeah. Me being extra super careful. That's not going to happen, is it? So, found another piece I need to paint. Yeah. Right, so that's Barry's windscreen cover, and again there was a huge gate mark, and I thought I'd press record and I hadn't, unfortunately, so you've missed me cleaning that part up. But basically what we had was another gate mark that sat something like that. Just get away from the shadows if I can, so you get like the big sticky up piece that sits on top. So I was able to trim away from the frame there and then cut flush with the clippers against that part, so we've got a tiny little mark. That's fine, I can lose that with weathering because it's Barry. Barry's a scruffy moo, so we can lose that. So I need to paint that still, which will go that way around facing forward. So I'll let you sort that out. Still paint those. To paint those we need to try and paint this and push it in place. Yeah, I've never used that thing before, that stuff even. Right, so hopefully, I've just noticed whilst I was trying to plan this part, where that big gate is, steady, where that big gate is, if you look just there, there's a little sticky up nub, which is where the mirror will attach to, like so. So I'm hoping if I very carefully nibble away at that with a knife, I should get away with that. It doesn't quite look as nasty as you think it is. So I'm just going very carefully. Ooh, do you know what else I could use? Ooh, you're a genius. I've got that little saw blade, haven't I? You're a genius. I felt your thoughts. So just very carefully, if I can, get myself some room so I can't be bothered digging into my big toolbox to find a new blade, or a small blade. Obviously if you've got that set, use the smaller blade. Don't break. Don't break. Right. That's that. Now I can get him. So very carefully. If I focus on me there, that would be super. Excuse me, still gurgling. Patience, patience, patience. We're through. Yeah, buddy. Are we through? Oh, that's a fantastic noise. That's through. I'd say that was through. Magic. So really flimsy, incredibly flimsy piece. Patience. 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 That's through. And then on my little thing I shall be painting a number, not painting, drawing even. Not drawing, writing with a pencil, if I can find my pencil. There's a pencil. Pencil, I've just seen that as well. Oh dear. Oh dear, where's my pencil gone? Oh, yeah, I'd literally just seen that. Right, so I'll have to do it on this piece of cardboard here. With a pen that works, yeah, that would be lovely. There we go. 20. What was the other one? 21. 20 and 21. And hopefully I should be able to get the clipper on that. Clip 20. Clip 21. Breathe. There we go, 20 and 21. So that's done with. And what I can do now is very carefully, very gently preparate these a little bit, because there's a little bit of a nub that I just spotted, just there. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. Let's say this is a stage where there's loads of daft little things to take care of. This is where you'll trip yourself up and start making little boo-boos, and then all of a sudden, wallop! Massive great big mistake happens. Now there is a tiny little split in that guard there. That's bothersome. That's purely down to my my trimming technique. I took that from the frame. I remember, hello. I remember breaking that one. I'm just checking the instructions. So 20 will go on this side here, with the mirror pointing that way. So if I stick that on the weathered side, on part 21, I can weather that in now. Lovely. Lovely. Right, so there's a little nubbage I need to take care of on that piece. Breathe. Hold up your breath then. What's that about? Very, very carefully. I didn't quite get as close with this one. Taking care not to cut into my finger or my thumbnail. Very slowly, very carefully. Trim that piece. Lovely. And then leaving the mirror face down. Right, this is ridiculously fiddly. Leaving the mirror face down. Hopefully I can zoom you in close enough. We'll try that. I can add the tiniest spot of glue, like so, and holding the bolt with a pair of tweezers, because I have silly fingers that won't quite get there. Hopefully that's going to be the right kind of angle. It looks it. Oops. Oh, you had to mess, didn't you? Like so. Nope, I'm telling you, complete porkies. Because I've used the wrong piece. Magic. We'll try again. Using part 20, not part 21. See, slow down, take your time. It's better. And we'll try again with the other side. So this is where all my patience on a build goes completely out the window because I just want to get it finished. Like I used to say a lot, I've not said it so much recently. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Magic. Right, I'll leave those to set. Oop. 10 minutes to do 2 farting little pieces. Oh, I don't know. Right. How did it get to Sunday already? I don't know. So, we've had the Manchester derby, which finished a very, very disappointing 1-1 because Mourinho brought his bus. Yeah. Less said about that, the better. Theatre of dreams. It's more like theatre of draws. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. However, it's now Sunday. Having just listened to United drawing 1-1 with Swansea. Yeah. Theatre of... Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Start all this soccer ball nonsense off. I don't know. I don't know. So just left my dad listening to Middlesbrough against Man City. So you're bound to hear some shouting and swearing and screaming and going on in the background at some point. Luckily it's not on TV, so I can quietly leave him with the radio in the background. But yeah, 1 minute's Thursday, next minute it's Sunday. I don't know what happened. There's a couple of days missing in between where work. Yeah. Work happened. Excuse me. Right. So let's get the periscope. I'm just going to take care of that knob off there. Let's get this periscope green sorted out. Lovely. Right. So that's Barry's. That's Barry's scope. So we'll call that D for driver. We'll call that G for gunner, and we'll call this one pop. C for commando. Oh god, I sounded horribly Mancunian then. Now, what I do have to do is I have to wait a couple of days for... Where's he gone? Where's he gone? For this one to turn up, which is 0MiG. No, AMIG 095, which is the smoke colour, because I forgot to get it. Yeah, so I'm having to wait a couple of days for that to arrive. Ooh, snap. Snap. So I can't quite do the headlight completely just yet. But what I can do is use the clay on the smaller ones, just to sort those out. I'll take care of that in a few moments. So I'm just going to very quickly time lapse through these. Try and find a pallety type thing. There we go, you'll do. Just gotta find one. And using Crystal Periscope Green, which is AMIG 096. Let's wake that up again. Just going to put a blob right there, like so. Even that looks snotty. I've never used this stuff before. I'm really looking forward to this. It still looks snotty, never mind. I'm really looking forward to this. So, apparently it's water soluble. Leave that. Apparently it's water soluble. And basically all I'm going to do is, if I can remember where my crocodile clips are. I need crocodile clips for those. Oh, this is shocking. This is what happens when you're on a tight filming schedule and you begin to rush. So, that's that sorted out. Excuse me, Decal. So all I'm going to do is, apparently, just smother everything in the crystal green, which is supposed to be kind of self-leveling, from what I can tell. There's a part of me that's wanting to dip this in future all clear or whatever it's called this week, just to give it something to grip onto, but apparently I don't need to, which I'm kind of dubious about. But I'm going to go with popular opinion and do things like this, which I'm probably getting wrong anyway, but this is how we learn. Get stuck in, make mistakes. It's all well and good watching tutorials and things like that and reading the magazine articles, but at some point you do have to pick up your paintbrush or your airbrush and you have to get stuck in. This is the only way you'll find out. Pick up your paintbrush, do it. You never know, if you can get your words out, you might even surprise yourself. Okay, so that's them. Now what my plan is, focus. So once I've got all this on, I'm going to have a quick experiment with half of these. So I've got a few, and you're not going to be able to see all of them, because these are the ones that go underneath the cupola. Around here. So you're not going to get to see all of them, I don't think, because there's going to be bits and bobs in the way. I could be wrong. Often am. But anyway, what I'll be doing with half of them, just as an experiment, I'm going to paint the back silver. And then I'm going to add the, it's not fuselage at all, the hull colour, or the turret colour, the grey. Yeah, I know, I'll get the words out in a minute. By working nights, leave me alone. Excuse me. Get the silver on the back of half of them, just to give it a bit of boing. Yeah. Don't drop it, that will be super. We'll add the grey onto where it's supposed to be grey. We'll add white where it's supposed to be white. On the gunner's, I think it's the gunner's side. I could be wrong, I'm probably wrong. I'll get them stuck in. So, oh yeah, fantastic. I didn't get any water, did I? Right, let's go wash the brush. Oh. I'll drink some more coffee so I can get the words out. It looks like lime cordial. Fantastic. Got a sudden urge to put some lager into that. But better not. I'm bad enough for them soap, never mind. Right, so they're going to dry for a few moments, and I'm going to now add the crystal clear to the headlighted bits. So number 3, crystal clear. I had you a moment ago, where have you gone? There you are. It's alright, I found it. Panic over. Right. It's not crystal glass. That's what it's called. Which is AMIG 094. Shake. We are goofy. That does not sound goofy. And there's part of me wondering, do I really need this? Well, apparently I do. So why not? Let's give it a go. So I've got this fella here. This is quite difficult to tell where I'm putting it, so I'm going to rely on the shine of the lighting on the side of me. Squeezing me. Alarmingly, I've not done any spraying yet today, and I've got a whistle. I've got a whistle. I've got a little whistle. Stop it. Right, so I'll put them somewhere nice and safe. So I've got to wait for the smoke to arrive. Wash the brush. I lost the paper towel. There's the paper towel. Come here. There you go. Let's try that on a piece of kitchen roll off to the side. Again, when we're drying the brushes off after the wash, or a rinse, or whatever you've done with it, go right up to the ferrule end. Stop there. Dry your bristles off like this. Don't ever grab all of your bristles in there and start twisting, because you'll break them and pull them out. Just give it a little twist and you get your point back. Lovely. Right, crystal orange. Looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to this one. And this is for that flashy orange here I am beacon thing. Just load the brush up. And whack it on. I was just seeing how to go with that. They're a lot easier to use than the Tamiya clay colours as well. Tamiya clay colours have that alcohol property to them, so they start drying almost immediately as the alcohol's evaporating. They start going all goopy and clumpy and start skinning over straight away. These things, because they're water based, a lot more manageable. I like these. These are my new favourite things. I've got quite a few new favourite things. So what we'll do is just building up a little bit around that gate there. So we'll wait for all that to dry, and I'm going to do a second coat of orange on that one there, just to bring the vibrancy out a little bit. I do like these. I do like these. Now it's literally, as you've just seen, 10 minutes worth of work. And already I prefer these to the Tamiya clay colours. Liking that. See, learning new things. We like that. Lovely, right, leave them to dry. There's a part of me debating whether or not to paint the back of the lens for this fella, for the little searchlight, or paint inside there, the silver. I'm going with... oh, I don't know, I can't decide. Shocking that, isn't it? Let's go with paint the inside. We'll paint the inside, and if it does look too bright, I'll dry fit it. If it looks too bright, I'll paint... no, yeah, we'll do that. It's alright. Thinking out loud. Go about your business. Use a dull silver so it's not it's not a vividly bright thing. Just bring the tone down a little bit. So that's Revel Steel, which is the same one we've been using all the way through. And then just in there, let's see if I can get you in close enough. Very, very gently, carefully. Literally just go out there, coat the bottom. Big wiggly stick out hair, because why not? Probably need a smaller brush actually. We should be okay. So not so much painting as dabbing the paint on. That makes sense. Getting shot, that would help. Just take your time with it. Like I say, these are the final stages, and this is where you're going to start making your mistakes, because you want to get it done, you want to get it finished, and you start rushing through things, and that's when you're going to start making boo-boos and start dropping things or spilling things. Slow down, be patient, take your time. It's fine. It's fine, take your time with it. So just give that a brush a wash. So I can name water. Lovely Revel colours. Water based as well, so let's try the brush. Oh, it's gone. Again, that's another disadvantage of the Tamiya paints, especially the Tamiya silvers. You seem to be cleaning your brush out for ages afterwards, or I do at least anyway. You seem to be there forever. Alright, so that's that. I need to prime you, I need to prime... can't get on that. I need to prime you. Need to prime you. I still need to find out what to do with you. I can't quite decide. Now, the GPMG. I really don't want to dry brush you because you look terribly flimsy. You definitely need another touch up because I've got bald spots, if you can see that. The plastic's showing through still, so I definitely need to touch them in black. I think I'll just do a very delicate dry brush on there. Yeah, really delicate dry brush. And I'll paint those brackets at this end in the turret colour. And the ammo box. I need to do the ammo box as well. Apparently there's a decal for the ammo box that I've completely forgotten about. And we still need to paint these two fellas here. I still need to prime and paint these fellas. So I'm just going to take care of all that off camera because it's basically nothing you've not seen before. Nothing you've not seen before. Oh, two double negative. Oh, hang on. More coffee. Alright, and whilst I'm waiting for those to dry, I've just sawn through the gate. Got my words in a minute. Really, I'm having one of those days that I can't find anything in my vocabulary. It's great. There we go. Hopefully that's going to stay in focus. Look at the state of that. So it's not exactly the finest hour. It's not exactly the greatest gate in the world. It is what it is. You know, I'm making my own toes curl. I'm barely applying any pressure with the knife. I'm just letting the sharpness of the blade do the work. I can actually feel that flexing. So very slow, very careful. Let the blade do the work. We're just taking tiny little slivers at a time. Fucks me, dear. Stop wobbling, you're making me feel poorly. Oops. There we go, that's most of it. Just a tiny little piece, just at the back. Just there. Patience, patience. Now if you grab a soft sponge. Half time apparently. And a former City player has just scored against City. Great stuff. So, soft standing sponge. The sponginess will take the brunt of what we're doing, so we're not going to get any flat spots. Just very delicately sanding. And move to the finer grit. And you would never know that was there. Perfect. Right. Swap the primer on there, and then we can paint that the turret colour too, and then a tiny little bulb just there. I'm going to be painting that. Stop shaking. I'll paint that silver just to emulate the fact there's a bulb in there, and it should lift that orange colour. Right, so using AK Interactive's glossy varnish. I've literally just had that a couple of hours ago. There you go, glossy varnish. It's one of those that you've got to do like several really light passes. So that's all dry now. It's had a good 4 hours to dry anyway, so it should be okay, I think. I'm probably wrong. Often am. Don't laugh. So I'm just going to take some smoke from 502 Abteilung smoke. Like that. I've got some thinners in the bottom here. I'm going to make a really nasty wash again. Exactly the same as we've done before. Let's get all that reactivated again. All mixed together like so. It's probably way too runny. What I'm going to do here is the little bits and bobs that we just glossed. So there's that one. There's that one. Was there something else? I can't remember if there was something else. Excuse my arm a second. I think that was it, wasn't it? Okay. So it looks there or thereabouts. Just grab my little brush and we'll have a quick play, see what's what. Yeah, that's not too bad. I can work with that. I can work with that. So just on there, lovely zip. Zip. Oh, that was a good one. I didn't have you close enough. Zip. Look at that. It's just flowing beautifully around all these little panel lines. Like so. Lovely. Right, that's that. Wibble. So that's that. Lovely. Just knock off the excess and then just touch. Feel the spots here and there. So again, it's just emphasising the detail. Just giving us a few shadows where there isn't quite one visible. It's just the little enhancements. It's nothing major. Just enough to trick the eye into thinking there's something there when it isn't actually there. Ooh, that was a good one. I like that. Okay, so that's that. And now for the fun bit. Zip, 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 zip. Hopefully that's working on camera. You can see the detail popping now. It's kind of like the ribbing on the Rossi figure. Cast your mind back. Some of these little details here. Got a nice big seam line there that we can follow. Probably too much. And again, if you do, flood the area, don't panic. It's literally a case of take your tissue, zoom me out a tiny little bit. Take your tissue, dry your brush off a little bit, and then go back with your brush just to take it back. But what we'll find here is, as I flood that area, it should follow these little straps. Just take the detail. So it's not a massive problem. Quiet on you then, sorry. What do you mean good? Ooh, that's nice detail. Just there in that little bracket. Do you like that? Aha! Oh, I forgot you were allowed. It's me getting an email of somebody. Big flood in that area, but don't worry, because let's say there's plenty of detail in there that it's just going to swim around. I'm reaching that awkward stage where I've got a really long thing in my hand and it's bouncing about like crazy. It's working. There we go, there's a good example. So I've just flooded that area there. Quick wipe of the brush on a paper towel and I can come back and mop it up with the brush. It's not a problem. It's fine. Don't worry. Your immediate reaction will be panic. Don't. Take a breath. Trust me, it's all okay. Quick wipe around that area there. That's a good one. Nice big floodage again. Lovely. And now we can see why using a dark grey, well, you could do if there was no shine there. Using a dark grey instead of the black. It's lovely. Now, I have an interesting symbol just appeared on my viewfinder right there. And I don't know what that's for. Interesting. I'll have to find that out. It's interesting, I've never seen that before. What's that about? Okay, so we've got everything there. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. Right, so that can have a quick dry for about, ooh, I don't know, half an hour or so, hour possibly. Then we'll come back with the cotton bud, sort it all out. Let's give it a quick wipe, what have you. Get a bit of detail there. See if we can get some of that. Give that a few shadows. Ooh, that's what it was. I remembered, it's alright. Pop that to the side. I've actually painted this in the medium brown. I've decided. I primed it first with the Style Res. And I've gloss varnished over the top, and I'm going to take the risk that we can add a wash. And hopefully it's not going to crumble. So again, we're just going to emphasise the detail and suggest there's something there when it actually isn't. And hopefully that's going to look okay. Right, so we'll leave that to dry with everything else, and whilst I'm waiting for all that to dry, all this is dried now, so we'll add the grey around the edges just to blend it all in. Ooh, I've got gloss varnish on there as well. Need a decal for that. I'll take care of the decal. I'll take care of the decal. That can sit like that. I'll soak all that up. Need a decal. So you can go in there. Need the decal. Okay, so open the number 1 bottle and be taken by surprise yet again by how smelly that actually is. Excuse me, touch that to the back. Get it nice and wet. Again, you can do this no problem generally with smaller decals. If you're not too sure, test it first. And if you're absolutely not convinced, by all means use water. Let's find this a little bit quicker. I wouldn't do this with really big decals because they do soften far too quickly and then, or far too much. And then there's a tendency that it will break. As you can see, that's now free. I can plonk that into place just there. Swap the brush around. Use the arse end of it. Slide that into place. Done. Just use my glove and then that bit of paper there, and then I'm just going to wick away the moisture from underneath. Nice gentle movements. Hardly any pressure. Give it a smooth down. You'll actually feel this gripping now. Done. Let that dry. Right, so that can go off and dry. See, I've still got the number 1 bottle on the back of my hand just there. And then taking the grey colour, I'm going to take that out of my mouth first. Stop speaking with the mouthful, Tony. Just add some grey to the back of these. just to blend them in a little bit with the kit itself. Again, it's nothing huge, nothing major. So that's interesting. Adding the silver to the back of the panel has actually darkened it down quite a bit. I don't know if you can make that out. On the right hand side, I've just added the grey over the back, and the two on the left hand side, the ones I didn't paint silver at the back, they're actually quite light now compared to the others. That's interesting. In theory, of course, there's now 3 layers of paint on the back here, where there's only 2, so there's more light going through. That's fine. That's fine. It's not a lit model anyway, so it doesn't make a huge difference. And of course, we'll do 2 coats of this. I'm not just going to settle with 1. So we'll let this dry for about an hour, and we'll add the second coat. Taking great care not to get any in the faces. Lovely. Right, so that's that. And then we've got the other 3 knocking out somewhere. That's you there. And of course I've completely moved these around away from where I wrote the numbers down, like a complete div, so they're all going to get painted grey, and then if I need to I'll paint one of them white again. It's not a problem. Two and 3. Lovely. So that's that. So there you are. Take your time. Slow down. It's okay. It'll get done when it gets done. It's fine. It's really important at this stage that you start focusing and you like rein yourself in a little bit. Be patient. Like I said, this is the bit where you tend to start rushing things, and this is where you'll make the mistakes and then ruin all that hard work that you've done for the last however long it's been. So join me next time and we'll continue with that little snaggy thing, because we're almost there now. We're almost there. Bob along, see my mates at emodels.co.uk, say hello, spend some money with them. Cracking bunch of people. If you haven't got it, you don't need it. Make something awesome. All that kind of nonsense. We know what we're doing right now. We know what it is. If you're joining me for the first time, hi, welcome. Where have you been? You've missed all this awesome stuff beforehand. It's brilliant. Go back, have a look through the what's it? It's not library at all, is it? Playlists. Can I go home now? I want to go home now. Monday nights, Ted and Fox, of course, did the live stream thing. What else is there? Facebook page, and the website, and I don't know. There's stuff. Get involved. It's lovely. Make something awesome. Right, I'll see you next time. I'm going to go lie down now because I'm tired. See you next time. Love you, bye.